So now I'm going to look at doing the style sheet for the CSS layout. In the previous demonstration I created the div tags, so the containers, and so if I inspect this using Firebug, I can see that inside body there are a number of divs. So I've got banner, I've actually got a container. Inside container I've got banner, navigation, content. Inside content I have story and right column, and then at the bottom I've got footer. At the moment they haven't got any styles, so it's had no effect other than insert some HTML. So it's time to open my style sheet and start creating some styles. So I've already got container defined, and I need to define all my other containers. So if I follow the pattern here, so it's hash, and then I need to look at what I've called them. So I've got banner, navigation, content. So hash banner, and the curly brackets, hash navigation, curly brackets, hash content, curly brackets, hash story, curly brackets, hash right underscore col, curly brackets, and footer, curly brackets. I've also got body, which will enable me to set the styles for the actual page itself, the global styles, so things like the background colour for the page, the font size. So I can do that now first off. So I can say background is, and I'm going to give that a colour of F7, 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 which is a grey, and font family is Arial and Sans Serif. I can do font size. Do that at 95%, and we'll see what effect that has. So refresh, save the style sheet, refresh the page, and you can see you can't see quite that the background's changed because it's such a mild grey. You can see the all the fonts have changed, and the font size has slightly changed as well. So I can go on to side to define the properties for container. So the first one I want to do is width, and I'm going to set that to 960 pixels, and remember the semicolon. Also I want this container to stay in the middle of the page, so a little trick is to do margin is 0 and auto. I'll save that, see what happens, and you can see that it's gone in the middle of the page. To give it a little definition, I'm going to give it a background of white. I'm going to call that FFF, which is white. Save that. You can see there's some white there, you can see slightly. I'm also going to give it border, so border left 1 pixel solid. I'm going to give it a colour, I'll just do black for now, 000, and copy that because I will need border right as well. Change left to right. Save that, see what happens. So I've got a border down each side. One last thing I'm going to do on that one is give it a padding. We'll see what padding does. So I'm going to give it a padding of 5 pixels. Save and see what this does. Watch the gap between the edge and the contents. See, it's slightly grown. I might give that a little bit more, say 10. See what happens then. There. Also, it's I've defined it as 10 pixels, so you get 10 pixels padding around the whole box. If I just wanted the left and right, then I could either say padding left, padding right, or I can say padding is 0, which is the top and bottom, and 10, which is the left and right. So it's a little shorthand way of doing it. And you see that everything's moved up. So banner, I can give that a background, and I can define either a colour or an image. So I'm going to do a colour to start off with. Just do red, and we'll see what happens. So let's turn that red. But if I wanted an image, there is an image already there. I'd say URL. That actually says that it's a file, and I've got an image called logo1.jpg. We'll see what happens there. Save it, refresh. I've got that logo there. It's repeated, so I can say no dash repeat. Save that. Also, I need to set a height for the banner. The height is, say, 60 pixels. I've got a little height there. I've still got the text there, but I can remove that at a later time. So you basically carry on doing the styles here. What I need to do, not to show you quickly though, is I'm supposed to have 2 columns in the main section, story, and on the right column. I'll quickly show you how to do that. So I go to story. I need to set a width, say 576 pixels, and I need to float that left. In the right column, I need to set a width of let's do 192 to start with. And it's probably going to be wider, and we'll see what happens there. So you can see we've got a width there set. Just going to try this slightly smaller. So I need to set the margin on the left side of right column. So I say margin left, and it needs to be the same width approximately as the story. So I'm going to say 500 pixels. So let's see what's happening there. Yep, so we've got 2 columns there. May need to slightly adjust the widths and things, but we can show you how to tweak values of CSS in a later video.